Hey guys, Mattyo here, once again. Now, if you're on YouTube, there's no way that you've missed all of these dark web unboxing videos. Basically, the premise of it is these YouTubers somehow order a box from the dark web that comes to their house and they open it and some spooky stuff inside of it, usually like, blood and spooky stuff like witchcraft stuff and all sorts of stuff. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry to break it to you guys, but they're fake. Painfully fake. The concept doesn't make any sense. The dark web is not a witchcraft hellhole, and there's no goddamn Amazon on it. Like, you can't just go onto the dark web and order a mystery box. It's not that simple. You have to use a specific browser to get to any website on the dark web. All it is a network of websites that you need some specific browser to access, like Tor. It's the most common. It lets you connect to the .onion websites, and that's a network of sites that certainly houses all sorts of illegal and immoral content, mostly due to it being unpoliced like the regular internet is. But the one thing I can assure you is that none of these YouTubers have ever used the dark web for any actual purpose. I mean, do they think that there is an Amazon there? Because like I said, there isn't. The closest thing was/is the Silk Road, but they sold drugs and hitmen, not exactly mystery boxes to YouTubers full of spooky items. And even then, you have to use crypto to buy anything from the dark web. I mean, you could give your credit card stuff to them, but like I said earlier, they're not police. They're just going to steal your credit card number, so whatever. But I digress. We're going to go through a recent video uploaded by HypeMyke, which is a YouTuber with about 250,000 subscribers, where he claims to have bought the world's biggest dark web mystery box. You heard that right, the world's biggest. It starts off with a little teaser of what we're about to watch, which is, kind of weird to me, because it's an unboxing with like 10 items in it. Why would he want to ruin one of the items before the video starts? Like, you'd think he'd want to keep the hype for when he's actually doing the unboxing.
Have this radio right here.
What was that?
Did you guys hear that? Is that more blood on the side there?
I think so, like dry up. It seems like it.
Oh my god!
What?
Oh my god!
What? Can you get it out? Oh. Yeah. Alright.
Oh no.
He goes straight from that into the official DoucheTuber intro. Standing in front of the camera with your hair spiked up and all that. Hands flailing, talking to the audience like they're your pal. Got his friends doing an obnoxious intro for both of them.
What is up, YouTube? My name is HypeMyke and welcome back to the HypeMyke Channel on the internet. Today, I'm joined by two of my good friends. We got my boy Graphnix right here.
What up, guys?
And we got my boy Jester.
What up?
In the background. And as you can tell by the title, guys, we are going to be opening a dark web mystery box once again. But not only are we opening in a mystery box, we are opening the biggest dark web mystery box on YouTube.
And finally, he reveals the mystery box. Now that box, ooh, that bad boy. Let's freeze the video here, and we can all take a look at him. That box is not anything that's been mailed. There's no postmarks, there's no signs of it being transported, dents and scratches that you get on your Amazon boxes. And also, based on the stuff that they're pulling out of it later in the video, I don't think that box, which I don't think it would hold up when they lift it up or send it through the mail. I think the bottom would just fall out of it. But he then says he doesn't want to say how much he had to pay to get the box to his house, probably because he didn't have to pay anything. And he just assures us that it was a lot of money.
I don't really want to admit how much I had to pay to get this shipped to my house, but it was a lot of money. Trust me, guys.
Finally, we get to the unboxing, complete with a dramatic fade in from black scroll with music.
Alright guys, so we are ready to open this massive box. Any expectations, guys?
Nope. It's gonna be creepy as hell, and that's what I can expect.
They talk about the things they got last time, including a dark web USB, which is probably the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life, so I had to throw it into this video. But when he actually bothers to start opening the box and stop messing around, first thing he pulls out is a spooky smash picture frame, in a Ziploc bag too, so that the broken glass wouldn't get everywhere. Those dark web guys are so thoughtful. The picture has two girls with X's on their eyes and a partial number on the back. One of the guys helpfully suggests that there might be the rest of the number in the box somewhere, so I swear he's gonna do some kind of don't call this number at 3 a.m. challenge or something with it. But I'm calling that right now.
But it's been ripped, guys.
Maybe there's
like
another piece in here somewhere.
You think so? That is weird, guys. Check that out.
That is weird, dude.
Why?
Next is just a random radio, which honestly looks like they bought it at a Goodwill. I mean, honestly, everything in the box looks like they bought it at a Goodwill. Just take a look at the stuff that comes out and tell me if there's one thing in this box that they wouldn't sell at Goodwill.
How do that work? I don't know how this stuff
I mean, it has a plug.
Right? So you just plug it in?
Up next is an aluminum box, which they don't open right away because it seems to be locked. Spooky, right? That's totally not going to be unlocked later in the video or anything and have spooky stuff in it. Next up is the spare tire that they took from their car and shoved in this box. Don't worry, guys, it's a spooky spare tire. It has blood on it. I'm doing air quotes right now, you can't see that, but they seem to immediately forget about the blood on it and start asking what kind of tire it is, which is kind of a weird thing to ask in a dark web mystery box unboxing, but whatever. Then they do a spooky jump cut in which our hero returns with blood all over his gloves. Oh no, how spooky. He definitely wouldn't have put some fake blood on his gloves while off camera and then used the cut to make it seem legit. I mean, they then go and finally remember that there's blood and they talk about how much blood there is. But then also forget about it for the rest of the video. Like, they don't mention it again, which doesn't make much sense. Next, there's some weird trophy holder thing that they just kind of pull out and throw it to the side. Followed by that is the car seat that we saw in the intro, with the blood on the inside of it. One of them starts to vomit at this, which strikes me as odd because when there was blood all over his hands earlier and all over the stuff earlier, he didn't try to vomit, he barely reacted like that. Somehow the fake blood spread on the seat is somehow way worse to him, more disgusting. I don't know. Just seems like they didn't really think that part out. Then we got the big reveal, the cliffhanger box from the intro. Inside, what he says is a box that contains a demon, which he's going to open at 3 a.m. Now, I take particular conflict with this because just look at the box. Honestly, that box looks like it was made like maybe a day before. I don't know. It could be made anytime. It's a modern box. If it was a demonic item, I don't think they would have taken the time to stain and finish the box. You know, it looks like it was a well-made box. And then if you look at the wax on top, I don't know if you've ever been to Goodwill and you looked at the candles there. They sell like dirt cheap candles with, you know, really cheap paraffin wax in it, dyed red. And the wax that's on top of there looks just like the really cheap paraffin wax. And not, you know, beeswax that they would have used back in the time when a box like this would have been made. It doesn't look very good. You'd think that they could have gone at some effort for their special effects budget, but whatever. $1 candle, it's good enough. They don't really dwell on that, though, even though it's supposed to be really spooky and weird. And they jump right into opening up the radio for some reason. And on the inside of the radio, there's a bloody rag and a key. Ooh, on closer inspection, they find a little tube that they smell. I don't understand that. They say it smells old. But then they pull out the paper and it's just normal paper, not aged at all. And looks like, honestly, they probably printed it out like yesterday with a really bad printer because it wasn't printed very well. But that's besides the point. They say it's a birth certificate for a Mr. Clown, which is totally not set up for the spooky ending of the video. And there's also another piece of paper in the radio that they almost forget to show us, and they cut to it, and they're like, oh, there's a spooky piece of paper, and they get closer to having the whole phone number. They then realize that the key that they found in the radio opens up the spooky aluminum box from earlier. Inside is a clown doll. Totally not one that I've seen an exact copy of at a Goodwill before in my life, because I actually have. And they immediately pin him as Mr. Clown. They have no idea how the thing is making the noise that it starts to make, which you can hear in the little clip.
Listen, guys.
How?
No clue.
Oh my god, I'm freaking out.
I know, that's pretty crazy.
This box
is completely empty
now.
But you'll notice when they put the ball down, you know, away from the camera and the audio sources, it stays just as loud. Now that tells me that they just added the sounds at post and were fake reacting to it. Which, you know, they could have, like, played it on somebody's phone or something. Like, it wouldn't have been hard to make it slightly more legitimate. But, whatever. They also pull out a creepy hourglass that has life and death written on it with the same bad handwriting in Sharpie that was on the birth certificate and the phone number, and they say, "Ooh, it must be connected." But I mean, honestly, I think they just had one marker at their house and they just decided to use it for everything. And then they remember the trophy thing from earlier that they kind of threw aside is actually the holder for the birth certificate tube. I don't know, it's kind of dumb. In total, I think we can definitely say that he bought most of this crap at Goodwill or some similar store. Maybe he went a little upscale and he went to like, I don't know, Target or Savers. Who knows? And he also tried to pack as much plot into this video as he could, like with all the Mr. Clown stuff in the box that he pulled out of the box. And, you know, he was basically just a setup that he can milk into other creepy videos with the phone number too, 3 a.m. calling stuff. I mean, I don't really know what else to say about this other than if you guys watched this with me and you didn't see just how ridiculous it was, then I'm sorry, but oh man, it's bad. It's cringy, and I don't really know how people or even kids can fall for it. I mean, whatever though. As always, I've been Mattyo. You've been awesome. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about this, so leave a comment down below if you enjoyed or you want to tell me something. And hit that like button. Please subscribe if you enjoyed, because I can always use some more subscribers. Thank you very much, and have a good day. God bless.